eligible to join the United First Federal Credit Union? We are your hometown financial institution offering services such as online banking, mobile deposit, free checking, and much more. And if you're in the market to purchase a vehicle, our auto loan rates start as low as 2.99 for those who qualify. We are conveniently located at 3773 2nd Street South in Folkestone. Federally insured by NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
Folkestone Auto Supply, located at 4439 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, is owned and operated by the Dasher family. They have everything you need, bumper to bumper, for domestic and foreign car parts. Big truck operators, they have you covered as well with belts, seals, hoses, welding supplies, and so much more. They even have lawnmower parts, blades, and accessories. Stop by today and see the whole crew. Miss Joe, Pam, Little Sammy, Stephen, Dylan, and Big Sammy himself. It's Folkestone Auto Supply. Good evening and welcome back to the Coach Mack Show. I'm Adam Bell for Charlton Sportsnet along with head coach Rich McCorder of the Charlton County Indians. Coach, we had Swamp War Friday night. It's Lanier County week this week, but we had a senior night Friday night as well. 46 seniors during the pregame ceremony were honored Friday night.
I told our kids that the senior night's a big night, special night, because it's not only an opportunity to honor them, but it's an opportunity to honor their parents and their guardians. And I really encourage our senior football players that it's an opportunity to let your parents know how much you appreciate them, and to reflect on where this all started, whether it was rec football or junior high or wherever, to where you are now, and it's always a special night whenever the parents and the senior athletes, the senior band can share that moment together and be recognized together. So that's always a special night for that.
I know it was a big bunch, 46 of them. They got through it fast though. It surprised me. I went on the air 45 minutes earlier than normal, and they cranked them in and out about 20 minutes.
It was a large group, I think it's great that we also honor the band, the cheerleaders, the softball girls, and football players, because really it's really all one big family type thing, so it's really great that we're able to honor all those and at the same time.
Right. We're getting into the game a little bit, Coach, on Friday night. Started off not like how anybody would want it to on our side of the ball, 21-0 going into the second quarter. But the defense stiffened in the second quarter, and we made a little bit of a comeback there going up to halftime.
Well, we were, and again, this has been all year long, we've been at a lot of times our own worst enemy. There was some times when we were on defense, we had them in third down, and we would make a mistake, jump off sides, line up off sides, pass interfere, things such as that, and we haven't been good on third down. And in the game of football, it's third down is really crucial. That's why a lot of people keep that stat, how you convert on third downs, and we hurt ourselves on third downs on defense, and then on offense we also weren't where we need to be on third downs there either. We got Clinch County's a great football team. They're very, very physical in what they do. Their style of football is really get after you and keep the pressure on you, and they're running. It's such a basic offense, whether it's either isolation or sweep or really a wing back sweep also, and that's really all they did. But they executed so well, and they were so physical with us. We couldn't match that physicality, and I think we gave up over 350 yards in rushing again. That's been, I think, the second or third time this year we've done that. Third time this year we've done that. So, if you can't stop the run, you're going to struggle and that sort of thing. So, that's tough when you can't stop the run.
I understand that. Coach, I want to show on some defensive stats, if you don't mind. The Travis Ray, I thought, here's his tackles coming up here, the team tackles. For Travis to have missed, 4 weeks? I thought that was pretty awesome that he's still right up there in the top, 8?
Yeah, at the end of the game, we do our tackles through video to where we can really run it back and forth and really find out where, who was actually on the tackle and so forth. So yeah, a lot of guys had a lot of tackles. The thing that's concerning is in games like this, our defensive backs are having a lot of tackles, and that's not really what you want. You really don't want your secondary to have to make a lot of tackles unless they're really running the alley, and our guys aren't. We're having to make tackles to stop them from scoring. It seems like so. That's a concern. So. Our defensive line we felt like was the best unit on our defense going into the year, and we got really exposed to Clinch County's offensive line is just outstanding, just a great group of football players.
Yeah, I know it did in the second half. It kind of got away, and they really started wearing down our guys. A couple of key third downs where we should have been off the field, and they ended up getting a little bit longer drives. I know the pass interference on the far side. That was questionable to me. From my view up top, I thought the receiver had already made a play on the ball, and then our DB hit the ball and knocked it out, but they flagged us for interference on that. That extended that drive.
And that's another one of those third downs where we had a chance to make a stop and we weren't able to do it.
Coach, I'm going to take a real quick break, and we'll come right back and we'll talk about Lanier County.
Okay.
Folkestone Pharmacy and Electronics, located at 3885 Main Street in the heart of downtown Folkestone. They're Folkestone's original hometown pharmacy with 49 years serving the community. They have everything you need, including household items, prescription medications, high-tech electronics, and much more. Their experienced and friendly staff in the pharmacy and electronics department are ready to serve you. Folkestone Pharmacy and Electronics is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sports. Go Indians!
Welcome back to the Coach Mack Show. Coach, we just got through talking about Clinch County. Now we're going up to over to Lakeland, Georgia, to Lanier County this Friday night.
Yeah, we'll finish up the regular season on the road, and I know that in the past years it seems like our schedule has fallen this way. We've went over there, and Lanier County, their record doesn't look great. I think they're 0-9, but you look at them on film, they've got some really nice sized kids. They've got some very athletic kids, tall and so forth. And I know that we struggle with them in basketball and so forth, and so we know they have athletes. It's a game that, as a coach, you get concerned about because your players look and talk about their record and the trouble they've had this year winning games. But I tell you. For a coach, though, you look at them and you say, they're well coached. Coach Williams over there does a great job with them. They got some kids that can really move and really run, and they make good football plays. So if we go over there with any type of a letdown or go over there with not being at all focused to play a football game, it could be a real struggle, and it could be a game we could lose. We got several guys that are banged up right now. We got a lot of kids that are questionable for Friday night after you play a team like Clinch County. That can happen. Right now, we probably have maybe at least 2 starters on each side of the ball that could be out.
Wow. So
that's a big concern for us. So it's a game that it's not where we want to be. It's not how you want to go into a game. Yeah. I don't know where our focus is with our football team right now, and that's a big concern, of course. And then right to that, you turn around and 7 days later you're playing a playoff football game. So you'd like to be playing a lot better than we are, not making the mistakes that we're making. Again, another game last week of us having over 100 yards in penalties, most of them the kind, offsides, pass interference, illegal procedure on offense, jumping before the snap of the ball. So, those are things that are a big concern, and you'd love to be able to go over to Lanier County and play as mistake-free as possible, get us some momentum going on both sides of the football,
right.
and be really sound in special teams, and then feel like that you're ready for a playoff opponent the following week. So that's kind of where we are right now, and trying to get a little healthier and trying to get focused to where we can go and into the playoffs and feeling like we have a chance to compete at the playoff level.
I know Lanier last year, they had the young man, I'm assuming they still have him, Brockington at quarterback. He could really throw the ball last season. Is he still there?
I'm not sure about the names of the players and from a year ago, but again, I will tell you, looking at their film, they have some guys that can really go and play. I mean, they can really go after it. And I know coming up soon we'll have the all-region selection meeting, and I see guys on Lanier County football team that would be considered for first-team all-region. They got some guys that can go. Just like really everybody in this region. Everybody in this region has good-looking kids that can run and get after it. So, hopefully we're ready. Hopefully we travel well and have a good football game and come out relatively injury-free, not relatively injury-free, and with a good frame of mind to go into the playoffs.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those games where you're trying to balance everything out because you don't want to go, like you said, with the injuries. You don't want to lose anybody Friday night with a playoff game coming in 2 weeks, literally. I was looking at some potential playoff scenarios. I saw one of them where Seminole may be coming here. I know nothing's in concrete yet. Do y'all have a feel for who we might
have? There's so many things that can happen this week.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really good football teams in public Class A that are playing one another that's going to determine region championships. So not only will it affect the points, but it's going to affect region titles. And again, irregardless of points, if you're a region champion, you're guaranteed one of the top eight spots. So that could bump somebody down in the 9 through 16, and we're sitting really high in the 9 through 16. We're sitting in some things. We're sitting, I think, at 11, maybe 10 or 11. But I think we really, from what I saw, we can't really drop much lower. That's if we win.
Right.
It's if we win. We can't drop too much lower than 12, I think. And if we win, I don't think we can go any higher than maybe 10. So we're pretty much right in that area. Not a lot's going to affect us. But last week you had some upsets. Commerce got upset. The Wilcox-Turner game, the people who figured it up was kind of figuring it up with a Turner win, but I knew that game could go either way, and it did go Wilcox's way. Manchester also took a loss. They were a top 8 team at the time, so there's a lot of things going on, but I feel fairly confident that we will be at home a week from Friday. We'll be right here for the first round. I do feel confident about that, and most of the scenarios call for Seminole County to come here. Yeah. Now there is a scenario where it could be Taylor County possibly, and I'm not looking any further than that. I'm not worried about the second round. I'm not worried about any of that. I'm just worried about this Friday with Lanier, and then coming out of it and immediately getting into a mode where we can play a playoff game at a high level and try to advance and so forth. But again, I've talked to Seminole County's coach today. I'll tell you, a lot of people know, but I don't know if I realized how bad things are over there.
That's right.
They lost an elementary school, lost a host school. They are not back in school as of yet.
Really?
They're still out of school as a system. So, that's a tough. It's hard to coach football when you're not in school. Being in school helps you. It really does.
Keeps a routine.
Yeah, the routine, and your kids are there, and they're going to be fed and ready to go for practice. So they're having some really tough times and over there, but I think they're doing a great job of holding it all together. And they're playing for a high. They're playing Miller County this week. Their next door neighbor to the west of them, I believe, and Miller County's in rough shape also. So. They're going to play that football game, and the winner of that is also going to determine some playoff spots also. So really a big question mark, but I feel like it'll be in Folkestone. I feel like it will be. I feel like it'll be probably either Seminole or Taylor County. But again, when it comes to playoffs, my I'm just happy we're in it more than I am so much who you're playing. Everybody that's in the playoffs is a good football team, has won some football games. So you don't start to become picky and
Just get to play.
Just get in and get another chance to prepare, another chance to play.
Yeah, it's like you talked about last week. There are teams at the bottom. I shouldn't say the bottom, but toward down there in the high teens, early 20s. That are just as good as some of these guys up here, 9, 10, 11, and 12, so forth.
They really are. The point thing I think is relatively fair. I don't know any other way. I'm not smart enough to know any other way to do it, but I do look at that 1 through down low way down there in the 30s that they have, and I do see teams that are on the bubble of even making it to the playoffs that I know are very good. That I know that I don't know if we could beat them or not. I mean, they're that good. They may have had a tough go at it. Dooley County is another great example. Dooley County has the best offensive football player in Class A at quarterback, but there were some games that he wasn't able to play in, and they lost those games. But then when he's back, you look at the scores. When they're back, they're blowing people out. When he's not there, they're struggling. So you got to believe that he would be there for the playoffs, and with him at quarterback for Dooley County, I think they can play with anybody in Class A without a doubt. They can play with the Irwins and Clinches with that guy there. So again, you got some teams like Macon County. Macon County is a football team that has a few losses, but yet again, they're towards that middle of that power ranking, but yet they're still playing for the region championship, I believe, Friday.
Yeah.
And again, they can go from the middle of that bracket or middle of that power rankings all the way to a top 8 seed. So many things can happen. Just biggest thing is I want our kids to prepare and take care of our business, which is in Lakeland, Georgia, Friday.
Right.
And then we get home, let's get in playoff mode and let's start zeroing in, to what we need to do.
All right, Coach. I know Thursday night, B team here.
B team here. We're going to finish up with Camden County. We had a B team there last week. We played their 9th graders. It was a good football game for most of the game. I think we got beat something like 34 to 20, something like that. I think it was close. But again, early in the game, it was a really good football game. It's going to be our B team's last opportunity to get a win this Thursday right here at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, yeah.
5 o'clock. All right. Do we know which version of Camden will be playing?
No idea. It could be their JV, it could be their 9th grade. I don't know. But again, like I told the kids, I had a couple kids ask me, and I said, really, what's it matter? The thing is, we're getting to play, and that's what we want. And I tell them it's kind of a glorified practice anyway. We want to get reps. We want to play. We want to look at some younger kids and kind of visualize how they're going to fit into the program
Come spring.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. Anything else going on? Fundraisers, quarterback club meetings? Anything we need to hit on?
Nothing. Just trying to get ready to play on Friday night. Hopefully, we have a nice crowd travel over and support our kids in the last regular season game and get ready for the playoffs.
All right, Coach. Well, we'll see you. I'll see you Thursday afternoon, and then we'll see everybody Friday night over in Lanier County. You sent me directions this morning. I'll have those posted up on our Facebook page for everybody.
Okay.
So they can find their way over there. It's not far. It's actually it seems like a home game for us, only an hour and a half.
Hour and a half. We can make that trip.
That's a short ride for us.
It is. It is.
All right. We'll see y'all Friday night. Thank you for watching the Coach Mack Show.
Gant AC Heat and Electric, located at 141 West Love Street in Folkestone, Georgia. They service all makes and models of air conditioning and heating units, electric and plumbing supplies, blown installation, appliance parts and service, as well as sheet metal products. Gant is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network, Go Indians, and the Band of Pride. Whistle & Dixie Custom Framing and Unique Gifts and Cafe is located at 3742 Main Street in downtown Folkestone, Georgia. Lunches are served on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come join the fun food and fellowship whether you're a local, tourist, or a Royal fan. We also serve Bluebell ice cream, coffees, and lattes. While dining, feel free to browse around as we also have custom framing, train art, custom t-shirts, and unique gifts. Looking for a real lodging? You can also stay at the Chessy Caboose or the Peaks Cabin. Come see us. Charlton Electric, now serving Charlton and surrounding counties. With over 20 years experience in both commercial and residential services, our electricians can meet your needs. We offer installation on whole house generators, service upgrades, mobile home services, troubleshooting, ceiling fan and light fixture installations, and much more. Call us today for an estimate at 912-276-7661. Custom Creations and Boutique is located at 246 1st Street in Folkestone, right behind Lonnie Joe's Hair Salon. They offer a wide variety of items such as boutique clothing, shoes, jewelry, customized tees, home decor, gift and handmade items, and much more. Stop in and get all your custom game day apparel. They offer vinyl designs for shirts, signs, car decals, and more. There are many designs to choose from, or you can create your own. Custom Creations also does embroidered shirts and hats. They can be reached at 912-496-4987 or find them on Facebook.